And these young musicians, you know, must say, raise the flag of Ghana very, very high. And it's one of our finest medical. So the performance in the UK was superb. We have the medicals, we have the Shatawales, we have the Sarkodiers, we have the Aquaboys, we have the Beam people, talking about Stone Boy and all those. Moment support to our own, it's very important. You know, do onim siniyi, the onim anwen semka, the onim nyombo. Let's push the creatives. No more for Ghana and Badwam Mpensenpensemu, as I said. We are domestic people. Na minjina COP yohonu anemu so. Menda Ghana for this year, you know, Mobaka and Obra and Okata, ne papa so. A retired police officer, on 82 years. And also, as your Dobi Biase, COP Yohonu. I was so many, and I'm Okota, Kwansum Kosokra. On the brighter side of life, Chief Executive, Badwam United, CEO, King's Cottage, Anna Miami Chrome this year, Funi this year, Era, Dr. Kinsley, on also 70 years. Nano Memenda, it was a grand gospel celebration and partying El Badwam. Nanano mne adofo nyina football enthusiasts, business tycoons are moving cry echo the whole nyina ewo Badwam aseda kese pa so na ye de mamo. Ebra so se di enkomo am say nsuo so to afi na be fifia o honum de minim. I can only assure you say me hane de kokomlemle de insuo to gidi pa intishene so say afi na be fifia ope umbrella bi na afi ope mpabo friendly for the type of weather mesre afi so na fifia is unfortunate say meka billboards akese na sina mesre mo madaroma ye wonsu to brima nti I have to just a general advice billboards akese ohwe miamia bi oza nkane na homa na sinsen o bi no nya papa I week insuo muna na eto a don't seek refuge or some miamia no na empendodo na enye papa nti madaroma mama enhye no driver for so no ukunu kwa adwuma me so kai ne brake ne wiper side mirror ne tie na koba no omo yenhwe trotro no so ayemfa ayi nhye de rubber ana hyehye nsu ito de ebebo yen a passenger for nti omo yenhwe ni na yenka eho asempa. It's always good to have one of our revered politicians in the house. Believe than the Ghana factor is key. A man of power. His Excellency, former ambassador to India, Sam Piyale Abekan, say, "Ihuna che ye, si akasi fa ye nkasema, ihuna che ye, and ya debe kasema no." Iti, I say by His Excellency Akwaba, no so more call to and fro to the Ashanti Kingdom, the 25th anniversary of Otumfo, Monso Edamasi, and they stamps on Kwa. Makoye dia shire ni monyam 25 years on the seat. Ya damasi ensa. Asantiman so da munyina amo asese makai Otumfo on such a great occasion. Nana onkwaso ana ye kai wo. Your Excellency, anytime I see you, apart from say me danyame for your health, I can't come to terms with this Commander Sugar Factory. I don't know. And I'm also fan campaign as a political party that. Well, I don't know, because it's very heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking.
Yeah, very heartbreaking.
Only that.
Very heartbreaking.
3 Indian projects. And now, you are dumping.
3 Indian projects.
And I don't know, see, we are all running to America. Maybe the boss says you're going India for one cabebwa. When you say India for my come here, there's coastal Elmina, coastal of about 1,000 whatever. At the whole Elmina coastal make us a CCI at the Hobby and Yusu.
What's the problem?
So 8 year we are commission the tail of it, you know, and you hand over. John can say President by a commission Momu Yusu at the whole. And again, when we saw Accra, Taman Pakadan,
Railway.
Young Cassade, a also train on the Bayan, city bus.
Oh wow!
Oh, city bus, just only 5 passenger, we 22-seater. I know Yakofaba. But is that why we did the
Debbie?
The Tema Impacadam project? She said, "What's a do baby? Not Burkina, Mali, Niger, Omcas, but ever far no more Tamahabo. Anything I expand the Habon. The Sadia, a bit, it's hard trucks, never say Equano. you use the Volta Lake, as transportation. What you say? That's why you could see Akosum, because Akosum the airport. And now President Bayewa extended to Pakistan, all well and good. To walk off train, but cargo train,
cargo train now
22-seater train. The old cover. One year terminal be comfort.
So they've taken off the cargo and replaced the 22-seater
bus. Where the bus intercity to make Kaswata Accra.
One handing over notes. I'm waiting on
the handing over notice and railway for what? Say a passenger terminals. Come say maybe a few near station. Say near station, isn't it? Where for the hauling of cement, timber near there across. That is also being abused. And reading the story of the railway accident, it's one of the fascinating nonsense I've ever seen.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
Excellency,
I don't believe it. Clear. Say train could do railway junction. That's a crash. One in a crash. What happens to the train?
You don't believe it?
No. We are experienced journalists. In all your experiences with train crashes, say crash or train, but that's a crash. Let's say a crash. Now what happens? The train runs over. One say
with a piano tunche.
I'm only the video in the first now. Say train can be across no. Say car be across no. Who say car can be the has any has here can for be crossing. Watch the video, that video again.
Say car na ni nchirimu abawo.
Car na ben.
Car na ni nchirimu abawo. So omu loadu blocks bi ko na mo ba na mo say.
One loadu block
na car tie na be choko.
Agreed. That could be anybody asked to tell the story. But you as a journalist, if you're examining the pictures,
you need to go beyond what they have.
We are saying, you say in a photo, the environment speaks for the story. What I say, what do you mean at the London background? Because I make myself London. All right. But apart from the back screen, we say other how can a car from no car be a car come behind her if he has Suzukono? A crashy piano, road piano. Na car is
cross up deliver blocks.
What does it mean? What does that mean? Train and Kassan, who's an airbags in a pop out. Sad yellow been a pop out. The airbags in a pop out. Could be what I believe they say the train was not properly fixed. And so something came out of it. But I don't believe that it was a crash with any truck. No. Because it's a test, they say, car na maybe a car nifi and a walker. Oh, now Mawuna Kazazaka say a Photoshop. So what actually happened? For some fanciful story, did we create that long railway line just for two intercity buses? Look at the speed of the train. Start train at 22 kilometers per hour. You bet me that a Juliana in Fason at the Cana, why are we doing this ourselves? Yeah, this are 35 million ayaka. Sa commander produce a war. Ya no more copinto, and so fish didn't so Indian kwan, a yard $1 billion.
Now, why are we not holding them accountable?
Who are accountable?
The government in power.
Well, you are the media. You are the one to ask questions. You understand? Say, Obi so next month, you may command the sugar factory. You are my living witness. Me buy command sugar factory inspection. I came to you.
Exactly.
Because you sugar, exactly. I came to you.
Exactly.
Be so when Captain Smart say the sugar factory, and you're gonna contractor gonna hear you. Debbie, I'm explaining, say. The Indian government brought its own contractors and consultants. Into the normal say the factory and overvalued near them. It was part of the 2016 GMEC.
So that overvaluation, it couldn't have been true.
No, it is not true.
Because India for
India for consultants. Say it is America for that one more Chinese, one more loan, one more contractor near there. Some contractor now obey me. Somebody need better, but we are still dealing with him, right? Other than Indian High Commission, young be some media who pay an interview. Say they say
what really happened.
What actually happened. So today, Semifan say Nkrofokra ebokro no woman. Why don't you commission the program, the project na okono? Na nye juma, mag commend that the central region, you know your central region.
Some of the things they keep talking about is it was not a well thought through plan.
How was it
in terms of even production? We factory, you know, I feel the production. Wait a
minute. Let me explain for the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Factory, UBC factory, it takes 2 to 5 years to build a factory. But actually, it takes just 6 to 9 months. After 9 months, no, not really, not by a so I wouldn't, not by sucrose content in no. So if you want to do a sugar factory, you don't plant the sugar cane.
It will be waste.
There will be waste
until you are getting closer to finishing your factory.
So when we had got into the 2 tests of it, you know, the Indian government also gave us 24.5 million. So look, one, assassin acreage, you know, a reduce, right? So say variety now more Ghana no. It will not be suitable because so they were going to give us 24.5 million to start a nursery and bring varieties from Vietnam, Brazil, and others. Our sugar cane, and they started the nursery. They just it's overgrown. Overgrown. Oh, the nursery.
Overgrown.
Yes, the nursery is overgrown, right? So we have the commanded sugar factory there, unused, which should have served as the only factory for the central region. It's there. You have the Elmina fishing harbour, refrigeration, is there. And in Pakistan, it's also being wasted.
But we are part of the India process as a former ambassador. Are you worried? Do you feel ashamed?
I feel ashamed and scared. Because I cannot strategy. How can we even package anything more to go to the Indian government? How can we do that? So me, as me ambassador, me can say this here. Also government also yes this here. That's a medibonia. Arrest me.
By a frail.
No, I want to.
Obi frail.
The
trade ministry Obi frail. No. Any agency in terms of investigative agency just to help us.
In fact, the whole project had been started before I came in. Mine was to see to the finishing and everything. But may a photocopy of every paper on the project. In part, Kadan Railway have it. This is a big business. Oh, Sam. And then, yes, but you can say, no, but not. No. One time you cry, I took it upon myself, let me go to Atlanta when you were there. We continue an office in the secretariat for about 2 hours. It was not. No. You see, but forget about NDC and PP. The issue is this. You have a factory. Where be? It makes me have for 2,000 workers.
Even if it's 1,000.
1,000 even 500. Look at the outgrowers. Okay, and we have denied them this. Then we come to the Elmina fisheries. Yeah, coasters and crowdfunding about only begum. And this is in commission here, 7-8 years.
What's the challenge with us? Very worrying.
Well, you see, if you read the Constitution, directive principles of state policy, maybe we should start arresting some people. Because the Constitution says government to be by a project. That's all better. No, we because any job man must go. And then you must go. A Ghana government now come business and media sugar factory.
It's so twasso.
I saw what was.
Yes, there won't be a say papa say, but we have to know.
Put the people aside. Say no more here. But you don't move in. Okay. Now you have 12 projects. The argument I know more say it was overvalued. Why? Who gave us the loan?
Compromise with India. Or what?
Compromise with India. The company is called Seftech. They are still doing business with it. The consultants for the project was the Indian National Sugarcane Association. So it's not
a question of
nobody did anything. We were not even the implementing agencies. They brought their own contractors. Okay? And on Baye. In Pakistan, the same. They brought their own contractors. Afcon, which is another Indian company. You see, so they did this way. What are we doing to ourselves? Omahine.
You need to up the game. What is that? Charles O'Neill on top BCU.
He's mine.
I just now here. Of course, this one is one of the Jada Osano. The last time I interviewed your, is it your opponent or your competitor or whichever, Dr. Grace Dankwa.
Yeah.
Most of them flying all over the Casabi of Bacano. It was not healthy, but because I drew her attention and or Tiasia, so in the midst of Inana. But what she went through 2020. We are witness to that. Guns, AK-47, intimidation. For the videos, you be checking me. Only former Attorney General, member of Parliament now.
Yes.
In fact, the member of Parliament called in to say the Okano, which is a 77 Kuntumpo. But the woman also had videos to that effect. Well-armed military people. Our constituency on them. Why?
Okay. I'm Dasi. Let me chill with you. First of all, video now the check.
Yeah.
I mean, video.
Okay.
So yes,
okay.
I can't speak to that.
Okay.
You know, normally I speak to the facts.
Yeah.
But the current member of parliament came in and spoke.
Yeah.
And in your Jogate, the pedigree. Ninjas about our radio narrative that propaganda. He speaks to the facts. But what's it? Suban, baby, you film. To the mankriso or hunting. When you mean to tell what it's a Casabi no one to when you dare count TV. So American there as Madame Okasay. Okasay, Nala later or Jitum there. Castle Ken one can be Yadanasi. Mancas also on behalf of Iskadikatam for my pachoaman. But that's because where we sit on your MPP and this in Tassimiani Akakake. Zonyimano. Because where you had no episode 24-hour economy, it's an opportunity for you to take your time and explain everything. What are you telling Ghanaians? Also a professor doctor. But I need her to actually communicate so that the girl child, and I'm from the Chiriban, Ubushia, Kassan. My patrolman, but me pede more from a Iskadikatem, which under on yet them, Kassan, and on your from Iskadikatem, Ghana Hangana, your coach and Sabion, a probable point in a Kassa, your corner, your fado, Yaden, yes, Kassa. When you're the political power near penalty, then you insult everybody because Arubachan were also and or mine Libya Maba, Babakasa, Sabio, to the name you disagree.
But I say insult tap on Chenia. Impendudonano or Joe war in the own Timmy Sabi and now and then for the second and Cadibia said, oh, to show you because she made it point blank that it is not just about the politics of do and die. It's about making sure what is right, what is fair, what is objective, what is truthful. Because Sabi, on one account, Sabi said the obedi kakrade, but name mine obedi turning upside down in terms of the constituency because all my impokrano. She believes that she's been doing 1, 2, to support the constituency in so many diverse ways. So why do you want to put her in a certain corner?
Why would him say, "Why? Oh, be was have 10 header." Okay, different stories shown, but they will never meet. It is a question like a cadet shown. Next, my idea war a friend then, maybe I'm thankful, and now my idea was cancer, more be Jay-Z. And these things, then politics have been. When I sit on the ground, facts will come. As I say, you know the way I do my politics. On your Casapide, you know what is happening is that people are touching on people's emotions. Nezayazi. Yene to bia 2 years but no fees and mobile. Until I de many busy in mobile. Then say Obianya bizarre, so non jumba politics mobile. In so any business on Chede, any busy in Baby. That saying, so 19 and you look at okay, ya mean tea, yabe aboshu. Master Academy, why you no business, but having that premise and not in your damn Timan de Pedebon doesn't mean that you should insult. But that's there by now, Shahuba. What's the 24-hour economy? Churchill. Let's say so in him and Tasa, no, I do know from no there kwa abrochi ansana mata abrochi 20 years but that is 20 years all my tertiary education everything me cut abrochi me 20 years when I was coming back I was over 40 years atasa but sebio adza wa abrochi de no the globalization tin nya yesua free SHS into mo from wa abandon po no wa been senior painful because yen time na research no oyeze anamobo e boko library ye na akwa nya you could go Accra library you so lie na yesua but in the other
football tools one of them
so the children come in the what I've been seeing it when you have been there maybe a years and we went through it strenuously but things are at their fingertips and now on time so to the search and see take your time and then nari panosono onya ahrobachiche because every time you meet last day limited registration and I'm telling them that thing shouldn't happen in the police we have to call the police
limited registration
yes
like it's going to happen
yes I mean we do her na pa me chen also in chen na ahrobachiche
oh
yes
okay
video here the video this is not the problems I had to call the regional commander
to have been fair so
I think that's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair that
so how do you come into be ma fair
Obama response
all kind now on kind now our us any in agreement into so on your biology a man Henry Kassan a kede okay it's not well what to make political capital of it you're not able to maybe to make political statement capital of statements one can tell one can't say and they say them but this is not the platform it just what I'm saying is that say if a man wanted to have an application between you and the lady now
I said lady no
into this
I think it's fair
but your mother I don't know because I know more
there be no asempa
I mean, you want to Baba Musumi.
No, the MP then responded to her.
And I made sure there, limited rate, so it's a fact.
Should I take a position to define?
Yes, put to my
answer him.
No, sir, I'm going on top of the Adio de
but what also,
because as in the Ocas, you know, or they are saying,
my uncle crash, just also Baba Park, the young born
on mine.
So you now cannot trim my decision. Was it limited registration? You called in the police.
The police had to come in, the regional commander had to send police. Police would not show Aruba. All the things that were happening was a tent. Canopy.
Okay.
Atasa. For just some flu. Canopy. Oh, the easy for. So this time I don't think EC should make that mistake.
Are they easy for the canopy buy?
That be what can they? I don't know your registration area. Won't provide canopy. Not the canopy besuo. Everybody better answer also in the canopy say MPP members. You understand? So we have to call you catch up is with the way you contribute you canopy
but the AC should bring a canopy
exactly so eventually
me pede munkrofo boy registration back mobilize one no be the canopy is what
that's the idea
public place then
to line no
public place
exactly so remember so when we met today how did we resolve
so do you bring your canopy
no so we met the police no Uncle Pacho, I was Mamma Yaz and Mamma on your fair. So when we got there, we said, okay, so them are also, yes, the end canopy baby so. Not why you been. It's a whole confusion ensuing. You understand? So I said to the easy for the how all your confusion. It's easy for them that you ain't MPP like NDC, not a political party, you ain't your own call, no one for canopy. Because your one work premises, it's a public place. Our way as well. No, be about natural discrimination behind you. So eventually, one argument in ensuing. Now, that's when the police had to come in to what? Because the registration said there are police for two animal. One was for backup, and some was the district commander, division commander, or bay near result. So there was an agreement written that he and I share one canopy, and I will pay towards the cost. But as a child started limited registration for free. Minjinzi dead. We do ban them. And my master mama carry the free SHS phone. We do 18 no be an register because minjinzi there yanaban. Why you be a mon papa mo sisi obi akọ school. I mean time okay the enquire this for Sanchez. Free SHS on ye and obey.
But for free SHS nka omo go school.
dan no bi na mo twam anchor no ono fi anta side on no we e firi kronzipo efa jam endo jamra omoboni kronzi he by edu apollo na mo fa peter na azu o kwesimintim apollo hon he one day mo twam free SHS by me by so young girl beautiful girl na mo hwehwe me nyankwa me bi say what so oko school it means that afran potata sa so onye free SHS anche de bi oboto kwa no atonaze ntinde free SHS by no odu time ya kan what's the 10 years ansa na yaba 10 years ansa no aba what starting no point am bisa no wana ne ba no ntine fie no wana ne ba nko school ndo bi fi ba me ankwa na de ehie motum ko presec another ko otum conference pem potata you nti I'm saying that baby yedu aban bi no obey potata so not be we nya dem opportunity mama yen dan ye chi ko register exercise your abazi or franchise universal adult suffrage get it when it gets to the time now when people are going to register they are not MPP or NDC they are going to register as a Ghanaian if you are a Bible turn ya asamamo no what but I'm just reiterating that sako na edu level bia go and register so that you have the right to vote.
This is the Ghana we all have.
I have me have avoided this raw partisan politics, but I'm being compelled. See, you have asked a question there, but for free SHS, so be our own ekrobia, mankobi, but I'm here. All right. You have used the free SHS for 2016 election, 2020 election, and then you are using it for
2024
election. A person who have no drums, busy chest. Senyichina na bawa koko.
Ko chini bi eni ho.
Yes, na bawa koko. The records are there. Say at na nu a confi etwam. You know a confi etwam for primary school. That was the first free senior high school commission Major Mahama. All right?
Kocha Mukroma.
Ukroma.
I can make that's my Mukroma.
Mining. Say if your producers are here, all right? At that time, we said that there were certain maybe or they come from one school to their school uniforms. I concede that the free SHS is a good policy, be badly and mischievously implemented.
Badly and
mischievously politically implemented.
Free SHS.
Look at him sitting here. Look at him sitting here. He's talking about nice one. My friend, I had Yamuku school to one register. Charles, you see, nobody is paying the free SHS from his own pocket. Am I right? We are all paying contribution and taxes for the free SHS. So sometimes it's even unfair, unequitable. There, back there, one work for private government schools in Kuchina, going to only free SHS free. Private school, private school from one papa tax. A good policy badly implemented is as bad as anything. Look, we said we're going to do instant free SHS implementation. You know on record there, the first, second, third year after the introduction of the free SHS, we're not part of it. And what?
So they adopted progressively.
Progressively. And if they had allowed Ghanaians to listen to what the NDC was saying now, and by now, you was school done more from Manugum. And by now, your hostels are more from an way that what them into Bianeba on fee second on Kaye, a year friend, tenant or Tamale. Nobody wants that. To say there, sir, one and about on Chinefin, one and about on coast. Today, if you go to this, even this traffic light here, traffic light here, come here from Ugo. What is the end game of the education policy in Nigeria? What's the end game? School now. You know, half education is dangerous. You understand what I'm saying?
They are going for going sake. Or?
You know that we just go the problem that you remove one from the street. We have not solved it. Have we?
No.
We said they should come to
NAPCO.
NAPCO, you know, it's a disaster. Don't talk about it. But 2 times, we said they should come for registration for employment. Well, from a sideline from a conference center to Kaneshi. Do you remember? Then we come to Airwork. The Airwork. So, as a country, are we running a policy for national development or for just winning the elections?
That's what maybe we've been doing all these years.
Oh, it is bad.
As a people.
It's bad.
We run policies on knee-jerk and political interest.
Interest. Are you understand what I'm saying? If this free SHS say Tobara within 3-4 years, since school done in a how can you say that you are giving my child education or mine without textbooks? Without textbooks. So, for me, the free SHS was a very good policy, but badly politically and mischievously implemented. And that's what I'm saying is what he's explaining. There. But based
on that performance, that's why the flag bearer now, with Makase, we will provide free tertiary education for persons with disabilities. Dr. Baumia promises.
As usual, you are going free. But yet we impon
is it not a good policy?
But
persons with disability.
Omahini say if for persons with a disability, how can I say it's a bad policy? But
the
ethical 608 billion. You are still talking about free. Meanwhile, you are the vice president today. No, so at least how many months to go?
That's 6 months.
6 months. 6 months. It's over intake, university admission.
So speak to that matter.
Speak to that matter there. That's academic year.
I'm
very free. Arrest my case.
Just fantastic. Speak to the matter. So I see a Jew DDR. Says I'm opposite. So I see a Jew DDR. And the persons with disability, they have been engaged in the next academic year. Let them go free.
Okay. But that's me start from speak to the matter. Okada, free Okada for you.
It's all Omama. The NDC did not come. Regulating the front of Okada, they did not come. If they had come and come on regulating space,
as opposed to from an work school, but or can also there infrastructure in your mobile infrastructure in your but then Sancho Nipa 1.2 no cross school infrastructure in your 9 600 the action. Instead of 100 baht, them 600
under conditions that we continue to say amboa because even some of the products na free suku no more bano products no agriculture as a home brasimo empire more certain education they need to be exposed but no kureni omo in terms of sub-7 there.
Yes, we have to cumulative figure. Every year take the GS records. Every year there's an incremental jump in the intake.
It is bound to happen.
It is bound to happen because it's related to population.
Yeah, that's what they know.
Okay, so let us know free SHS. Free SHS
maybe of a different angle, neighbor.
Let me know the free SHS induce admission.
Okay.
Your Excellency, Pocho. On the also him democrat SSS are now old system.
So you say old system, when you watch that,
I'm cross system.
Time old system.
Remember, time outside the assemblyman Abam Kofi. No, Abam Kofi and the Arsenal flag.
Yes, more well.
I'm John Okita Golf 2 Black B. Hence Mooney. That's enough for secondary school.
Yeah. No,
the side dog join the NDC.
Yeah.
So no,
what does this young man mean?
I say Abam Kofi golf
but at that time, how many young men like me had golf?
It was. He's trying to tell you that is it. You knew what time it was.
Exactly. Golf 2. Oh no, fine. Your man fast. The point I'm making there. Them 600 1.2.
Yeah.
Maybe a 600,000 BTV. I agree that intake population growth.
Yeah.
That is why the thing is progressive. Progressive in the sense that a man biano as we're going, even a tertiary vice president Abaka said disability. So it is developing our human resource. Ghana ya kechi wo baby and I always attribute that to the coup d'etat in our system.
Wrong.
That attribution. It has a role to play.
It has a role to play, but today, look at the media ratings.
Yeah.
Is it because of the coup d'etat?
No.
Look at our economic ratings. Is that the coup d'etat?
No, but there are a lot of issues in Brazil.
Ghana, they don't compare Malaysia, no, offended. Singapore, Namoba.
That's correct.
Have they ever had any good coup d'etat? No. But so they've progressed. So coup d'etat, it affects your economy. Everything it comes to a standstill.
But you also say, oh, this is just way.
No.
We had leaders after leaders after leaders.
Need him be reminded that the first coup d'etat.
Oh yeah.
Was orchestrated by whom?
So sorry.
He's talking about coup d'etat. And the first coup d'etat in this country brought who?
So it was the orchestration.
Yes, Buzia. The first coup d'etat brought Buzia.
Okay, so
listen, there's been coup d'etats in this country, and it has derailed economic development. And would there be a party PNDC economic recovery program? How many Orca factories, Commander Sugar Factory? How many factories work with the fund? 128 state-owned agencies. What I'm saying is that as a people, these things have derailed us. But they want to Malaysia, they did. But they started with us. They are somewhere now because they've never had a single coup d'etat. So that's a contributor. I'm also saying that the moment from Wako school, I'm saying that on your own able to university. Your time now, you call O levels that you put your endorse. You're from 5 A levels on your piano university. I mean, we A levels, me a national service in Nam Graduate School of Management, Kakra, and Sana Ebian Kupa Yamadum Nam Crabridge, Mukrabridge to me, Juma, or warehouse, with 10 chances, man, Sana, mean opportunity to Marco invest. So everybody has a stage in life. Obi also career SSS now. Okwa yes or kapie you be a menial jobs or be a executor. Later no akọ abaze. Wake university course be another way technical course. No way you was upgrade no anamobo. So it's human development. I agree. But my patch there, free SHS no ben. It has enlightened people. The success story only then Nkrofo winya abaze the results was high. Vice flag bearer. Also more from an erano upon was more. More from market with shazi. You commend them. And he's talking about progressiveness, yeah? Them progressive. Omahini, school science was in Bamianko. Bamianko, okay, CB school for 3,000, population will promote will do 3,000, and for boarding house account. Is it not costing financial loss to the state?
Okay, so you know, now Yanko formula formra. Yeah, but Obama toss some. No, uncle person church or no be.
I'm on church. So now no training.
Yeah, Kwaba. Bye. So thank you. Kwaba is here. Well, Yasaba Adamu in Amasi, a duty day in 20 minutes. Say the BD and Como Ewan say, David Adamkas, and we are so grateful, so also Jibra, who should be in so much season 6, no, and the Abana, I'm sure so winners, no, and the Abasabodias from Consola, and the Amomo, and the awful in our so Mamma, a part of this great deal, and Damu in Amasi season 7, and check, and also Mamma and the one about to get at the Abamo. Back in the studios here, Charles BCU. The MPP parliamentary candidate for Esikado Ketan, and Afi, Ghana's former ambassador to India, and former pensions and chief
that's a pension regulatory
authority, and a member of the
father of pensions.
His Excellency Sam P. Yali. Charles, no one who has said
it's not macadam progressive now in this church. No, Bami uncle. Okay, see. Oye so e-blocks in so we see 4 months to 3 we see na but school am do ba fanyi for 3,000 or those which the crony population but hono school na kesi no and see boarding facility important as you know how I mean that ye be ya yes form 1 na yes boarding facility account not sure what the cost system do be to mark school but it's school na so form 1 for what and well do form to no obiaba which is okay but at the point no we see a maniska and these things happen sankro this we go all I'm saying is that free education I'm not saying that 100% on mine every policy starts from somewhere so as you go you get teething problems we are now about a refining to be only be piano start to manma or yenti I mean say that's it there ebia MPP wom but I'm saying that they be amaba come say oh a man say obi agitu na no wise anamobwa population e grow see say about 32 million so obviously your bills obey den obokoso but why about say oh e your bobosa na scan it today important as that time be a population of 20 million it is care spend no bodoso them scan e beka da yen na yo hwancha abazi na yes be important as then we are having what a conversation but wa bobosa p but you the bossa na wabon abazi na and it's in tandem with our population. I'm not saying that everything has been spent judiciously, but there are situations about civil service and other book baby maybe leakages for accountant general every year abazi or the report back. These are things inside the agencies or state institutions are otherwise than ones who watch them. But them PWD are persons
with disability.
Vice President, another innovative one. And Yankopon Ishra. Man can be also or cousin now, no way then. Okay, the one who could school, won't go free now. No, BBI were planned into them persons with disabilities. It started from somewhere. No wonder it's feasible, so let's go ahead and do it. But I can tell you that Ghana had my moon manifesto BRA, yeah, consistency, and now achieve over 50%. And apart from 2016 and 2020 manifesto, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, NDC 2008, one manifesto. Yeah, what about 2012? Change 2016, no in the People's Sabbath, and I think 2020 the People's Manifesto. So every time we change it. But MPP, free SHS, no industrialization. Them one for Uma is consistent. Abis 2020. Now, looking at that, no.
Of course. Now the only short was here. So one come there.
Remember them the best sugar factory.
Yeah.
The most famous sugar factory in the whole world that won't produce sugar. As I speak, no. There's a strategic investor on Ministry of Trade Kasa. Outgrowers when you want to hear negotiations. But it must be done judiciously.
Have we given that agency to that project?
The ministry is
8
working.
Years, almost.
I don't know the nitty-gritties.
But this is the man who has been part of the whole process. Musa said whether trade or any other relevant agency. Musa said, hey, are there a boy shoe? Now, how do we go about what has been the whole challenge? Nothing.
Into unknown or challenge. Now make sure that as there's a strategic investor. Number 2, they're speaking to outgrowers. The time now, what kind of way I start to produce factory? So no sooner a man called home.
But on the processes at all, I'm saying, and putting up a factory in the next 3-5 years, will grow in the next 6 quarter 9 months. Now, I didn't go to a factory in baby and inside a day.
But time we see now factory now. Why don't swine? No. I don't want this equalization thing. In fact, I say, time now is so now. What's we produce sugar, no for sugar, baby. No, that has no.
So for 8 years almost, the NPP could not.
That's one. I am not saying that. Or you're good. I'm saying that watch it. But on my national, how many factories do I spring up under this government? MMS 1D1 F1 say 8 years in the year 50 pa. But it's actually successful to me. I'm being subjective. But now we have over 100. 128. It went boom within 2 years. And I'm under a diversity teacher implementation committee. Yeah, structural adjustment program, ERP, economic recovery program. And I'm 1983 all those state agencies. Okay, employment. Boom. Potatoes. No biaba. Na yenya 100 cc. And I'm saying that comment that sugar factory. I like the way he said it that odana kumadum potatoes. And I'm saying that there's a strategic investor, and then there's when you outgoers so kasa. What could I enjoy the Jeffrey they did? So enjoy the but if there's outgrower schema, obia one strategy or the yado anamoba. Outgrower scheme, no to my whilst potatoes then whilst you land there's you do anamoba. It's called the hybrid approach in strategy. Potatoes so at the time the strategic investor Norban also use outgrower schema. Who are you to say oh Dabi outgrower schemes why I want to so it's employment creation. Tell me say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia I'm just there we share a human P and Nana Dankwa Kufado but nina no ko totin menka do pepepe e manu oyesin atasa but yemi said don't want no one to obey then yenya dum so 3 years abaze economy no okay see then see the stability in the system anamoba the president came out also it's going to be solved and time dum so asem no be na president ba okay you want exportation of energy anamoba to other countries that is proactive abaze leadership okay we know the things are being dealt with just the dum so wa akofom no dubo twakra na economy no so I don't afante me president World Bank said the economy has turned round but means I met the mong day while turn around this guy oil individuals because of my metis na minim back there bia BBR ko fire munye bia o baby na ma chana I will end up one way or the other paying for that person but you want see again I would say that meda is called katem for so I say most last week Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oba is called katem Kojokro market am I not on your children
Kojokro
Adom obey if you are fishing hub also Adom atasa and I believe that time nobody will translate into votes.
All right.
Nobody was biased. People came genuinely to support. It means that Ghana folk are discerning now. They understand what is going on. Obiara on back the 110 premium. Another 24-hour economy. No, so I catch the entire sana to the Nyansa. Another catch bridge. And sana to 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy. Obi so the water watch it 24 hours a number. But if you go into corporate here, there has companies like Triford, Mobile. They work 24 hours. And I said that 24 hours economy, it has to be market driven or internal management decision. In terms of market there, that gentleman and also passport by 24 hours. A PDF fill of passport forms are anufa. Able to fill mobile online. Now it's print out now so what are we talking about? It needs to be market driven.
Your Excellency.
The Charles was starting the campaign now. But we are ready for them. Plus, Achimota School, you know Achimota School, Prempeh College, GSTS. Now we're the outskirts of towns. He will be at Prempeh College before Kumasi, because the concept is that schools grow. So, Charles, if we build a school at Bamianko with the occupation of 3,000 ina. We built it for all other villages around. And you know, we provided school buses. Right? So it was not just a silly idea there. You can see then war.
Provided school buses.
No. Sankro when you school buses. No.
But they provided
some of them.
But hold it. It's a policy. It's a policy. Okay? So I want to expand my educational infrastructure. I wouldn't come and build one in Kejetia, another circle. Or the growth would also catch up. That's why some of us have been saying there, someone paying Okatina, Pediasi, it would have improved the economy of that.
Within that area, no.
So that is special planning. So that's the reason why. And but the idea that since school grows, there will be people who come and build hostels around it. There will be people who come and build canteens and that around it.
Changes the whole
the economy of the space. So that's why we put the schools where we put them. And there were school buses for that there. So if you Buzia and Basankora, you can come there. Then he spoke about I don't want to respond to it, but the point is this.
Do so.
Oh, mine. Do so. How or mine in its way. Echo Roman and then go Roman.
Apostolic.
Apostolic. My whole cross do. How Jimmy Penny. Jimmy Penny. Oh, mine. Jimmy Penny do a cross.
I said who the only man said about do what
I would but that to her. That's there. And you me there. John Mahama solved the Doomsan on Orca.
Oh, clearly 90% off. That one. I've said it several times.
For who cross there?
No, I've said it several times. Mushroom there, I've said it several times. That Doomso was almost exiting when Joma was exiting.
So if you don't have drums, you beat your chest. So what some people can, in turn can't Doomso. At who says yalla, yet who says yalla.
I'm to Doom CC.
We say yati. Say engineers and it's all. Ma 8 years you them nature of destruction they are bad engineers. Say what's engineers need to transformers 60 of them were overloaded then they are bad engineers. Thank God the PRC said no, is it PRC said no, what you are saying is a fabrication. You can lie and lie and lie and lie, but the body be now you have no other means of lying. Whap him. Chance, anyway, and you know Mahama solve doom so. My a catcher into the work of years couple on a Mary. And I'm what? A Mary. And then, thank God, the stone that the builders rejected is the head of the cornerstone. In the American also a scientific Nana Santinica when your problem. American with the kiss you. You know, what else are you saying? Charles, you see, if you look into the future, you won't say what you are saying. You are just in a while saying the population growing, things are also changing, isn't it? So if I promise that I will do a one-time premium of insurance, that was Professor Mez's suggestion long time ago. Okay, Professor Mez, how many years?
Almost about 6
years.
7 years.
Oh, Abro. For 12 years, Abba. Yes.
Professor Mills?
Yes. Yes, 2010. Huh? You were 2024.
June 24th, 2012.
2012. Yes. Yeah, look at. You see, he suggested one-time payment. Payment. It is one-time payment. When a president says this, it goes to where? The actuary, 1 year actuary. No one catches so, Prof. The population grows, and at the rate of contribution, say a one-time payment, the system will collapse. Must you continue?
Technical advice, no.
No. So there's an insult against NDC. In charge, who pointed against NDC and there, you can't have a one-time payment. You people implement programs against technical advice. That's what you do. But we don't do that. Look at the state of our economy. Look at our balance of trade issues. Actually, I built 100 and something factories.
Over 100.
Over 100 or trackado. Commanded on if you signal about commander Mumbi, commander sugar factory. That's our trackado. What has that industrial sector, what has it contributed to our GNP? What is the impact? What is the impact? You have indebted some people. The program of the one factory. Government that has not built one factory. Government has not built one factory. Supporting. So Omani is doing some pineapple, okay? Then they will encourage you to go under the program. Then they will direct you to exim back. Now the raw materials are not there. Now the market is not there. So if a crop person or kajeno or better than and I'm asking, what is the impact of that policy on the Ghanaian economy? Imagine, you know Kwame Nkrumah and the Kwame Nkrumah's industrialization program, born satire, this and that. And you know the technology that we're using, Romanian technology. Romania as in Europe. They were the engineers that came to install all those machines. When they were there and Romania was there, Czech Republic was there, they were giving us the spare parts and renewing the machines. Now, after Nkrumah was overthrown and you people drove away the Romanians and there were no spare parts, how could we run those factories? What I would call Bonsai, you know Bonsai. We tried several times to reactivate the factory. You know why we couldn't? That time the Bonsai were producing nothing. So that's the technology there. So if you want to reactivate it, then you have to introduce a new one. And there are no investors to do that. So you cannot use it as against NDC there. You will close factories. When your government, your predecessors, chased away the Romanians, chased away everybody that was connected with Kwame Nkrumah. So how could you have gone on? You know we used to have Sanyo in Tama. Sanyo. You chased the Japanese away. And they were using the Akasanama, the analog. Now we are going to dig it, isn't it? So what is it? My final point. Again, let me repeat. If you have no drums, you beat your chest. Now, the whole world is an industrial revolution. Actually, in the industrial revolution, there was digitalized economy. The whole world, isn't it? So how can you, Baumia, assume that degradation is his main policy? As I speak to you today, think text. Because I'm on a filling station. Also, I'm saying it's going to petrol. And also, by win at the buyer. Okay, let us go back. Do you see the Accra Greater Center? What is it for? Do you see the National Commission, NCA building? Yeah. Do you see it there? What are the digital applications? Do you see it there? The fiber optic, 4G, who laid it? That is the infrastructure for digitalization, not the applications. Applications don't know IT.
Once you lay the infrastructure,
yes, IT
building on the applications.
IT we also will make it on the 1 year digitalization for school feeding. I
just wrap up. Everybody has 1 minute. So I am more acknowledging what the NDC had on my but the acknowledgement is not there. What is no acknowledgement too? You don't acknowledge. Boko be airport. You had Friday. More for NDC.
Governance is continuous.
When Atta Mills completed the N1 and was going to commission it, what happened? He took President Kufuor there.
Okay, so wrap up.
Man can 110 premium. Them persons with disability, it's been thought through. Into all there and you waste school in then Yankade, Yabeden, Yabamuako free. That's the card that some American. You need to. Before that, technical people must go through it and see that it is feasible.
They comply with what the technical people are saying. You don't comply.
One time premium. What to about you and what to I
No.
Okay.
What to about you and what to I what are your election? What to about you?
Your excellency with us.
It's President Mills. President Mills. Now some country in
the
and the research and development so cards. All
right.
On that Obansa or Kadwai Nina. So no I am pregua. You want rubber or in Sanche. Company to stay at the
we are meeting here. Thank you so much for your time. Another edition of Big Game Abadewi on the wings of Sarah and the entire team, sound, camera, lighting, and set designers, MCR. We are grateful.
17th May.
Yes, 17th May, 70 years. His Excellency.
70 years.
17th May. Let's bless him and thank God for giving him such a wonderful personality. That's the 17th is on the calendar. Bye.